Horror Lies.
Hey, what's going on, everybody? Welcome back to BodyBags. It's week 197, and I'm your Sunday host, Bourgie86, here again. Yes, guys, it's that time for the Sunday review. The film that I got today is a very interesting one. It was released here in the States through Blue Underground, which is a company that I love with the numerous cult films that Blue Underground is known for releasing. And this one is a Giallo from 1977. And it goes by the title of The Pyjama Girl Case. Yes. Fun fact about this film, this one's actually based on a true story about the Pyjama Girl case that happened in Australia back in the mid 30s, I believe, that this case happened. They kind of take it into present day with this film. Pretty much this is a Giallo version of that story, and it has facts and interesting things that have happened in that case, and they just update it for the time period that this film was filmed in, of course. This film is directed by Flavio Marginarini. I believe that's how you pronounce his last name. I probably butchered his last name for sure. And it stars Ray Milland, who's an actor that I've seen in numerous things growing up. Most notably for us, horror or thriller fans, he's probably most famous for his starring role in Alfred Hitchcock's Dial M for Murder, which of course is an infamous film if you've seen that one. And pretty much the main plot of this one is, on this Australian beach, this body is found of this young woman. It's brutally disfigured, and she's burned in her face. And they find her in these yellow pajamas in this abandoned car on this beach, and they can't identify her. So there's this investigation going on, and it gets into the gist of this retired detective played by Ray Milland, who's known as Detective Thompson in the film. And he decides to do his own investigation as the film thrives. And pretty much the main thing that we're learning about this film is who this girl is. And we see that through these certain scenes of the film is kind of weird in that way because it's kind of spoilish, but it goes into two separate stories pretty much. It pretty much follows the investigation part of this crime that has happened, and then in certain other scenes it has this feel where we follow this young girl who's married, and her name's Glinda. And we follow her story too. And as this film progresses, these two stories intertwine and meet up with each other pretty much. And pretty much the interesting thing about this is the way they did it with the facts and stuff about the film, which I found really enjoyable because this is based on a true story. And when I was looking it up and reading about it, they did use certain angles that happened in the actual case, they display the body in main public for everyone to see to try to find out who this woman was. And I found that very interesting that they even had the guts to do something like that, even in this Australian setting, which is really awesome too. It has this Australian vibe to it, even though it is an Italian film, which is kind of weird. It has this Aussie/Italian feel to it because it is a Giallo, but it has a Ozploitation feel to the film too, and certain things which I really did dig. And it has a sleaze factor too because of certain aspects of certain characters that goes into it, which I found. I really did enjoy Ray Milland as the detective. He has some funny, quirky moments. He kind of has a few quirky character traits with him, with certain other characters that he meets in interviews about the ongoing case, and the way he dwells with certain other detectives who are actually on the case too, which was very interesting. And I did like his interaction with the rest of the main cast. Another thing that's a highlight of this film is the score is fucking outstanding. It's by Rez Ortolani, of course, famed Italian composer. Most notably probably known for his music for Cannibal Holocaust, but I listened to Ortolani stuff growing up and stuff with his Western Day of Anger. That score is memorable. But this one is one that I never heard Ortolani do a synth organic score, And this score has like this very organ-based like synth soundtrack to it, which you don't really hear with Ortolani's style, and it kind of threw me off guard because I thought I was listening to like a Claudio Simonetti / Goblin score at the moment, and then it's like, it's Ortolani. It's fucking outstanding. It does have like some classical Ortolani traits to it, but it's just very mind-blowing, and it's good to see him like try something different, especially with like that synth style, and I never heard him do like a synth score before, and it's outstanding, like those aspects of the score. Now, one aspect of the film that I think is going to confuse a lot of people, because like I said, like the multiple stories that are happening within the film, it kind of dwells into like some of it's confusing, what is going on type deal. It might be a film that you might have to rewatch again after to find out the full gist of it, what's going on with like the intertwining stories that happen within it. So yeah, and plus the film's runtime is like almost like 2 hours. It does drag in some spots, and some spots it hasn't aged well. But other than that, it's a fantastic Giallo that I think a lot of people should check out for like the aspect of what it's trying to do different in the genre at this time. And just the amazing score by Ortolani, and the direction by Margarini's amazing. If I had to rate the Pyjama Girl Case, I'm going to give it a solid like 7.5 out of 10. It, like I said, it has like a few faults with like its age and the way that the style and its length and stuff, with like the intertwined stories that could throw some people off, plus just the awesomeness of like the score and stuff, and aspect of the characters that I like, even though some of the characters we meet like intertwining stories. One moment they're like, oh, okay, they're nice people, but then the next moment they're like, oh my god, these people are assholes type deal. But other than that, it's an enjoyable Giallo that tries to do something different with the genre in a time period where Giallos are getting like that kind of like full like flavor, where like they kind of have like the most generic plot sometimes with like certain Giallos from this time period also, especially like a same type of ending type deal. And I liked how they try to do something different, and they actually use like a real life scenario that happened in like this Australian history with its type of film. And now, yeah, 7.5 out of 10, amazing film, I have to say, with a great soundtrack. Now, for the extras of this release, it has a interview with author Richard Evans, who does talks about like the actual case that this film is based off of, which is very awesome. And it also has a 8-page graphic novel from Eddie Campbell, who was the illustrator of From Hell, if you ever read that, and it was made into a movie with Johnny Depp, of course, Jack the Ripper story. But awesomeness. If you're a fan of Giallos and you haven't seen this one's one that I haven't heard a lot of people talk about, and I think people should check it out for the different aspects of what it tries to do with the genre. So yeah, Pyjama Girl Case, 7.5 out of 10. Alright guys, that's it for this review. I hope you enjoyed it, and as always, I'll be back next week with another one. So I'll see you then. Peace.